Hello, and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to do another video. Today I'm going to do a review of Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendare Blake. This is a horror YA, well, it's in the YA community, it's in the YA section, or teenager section, but this is a horror book, and it's about a ghost. It's about a guy named Cass who's a ghost hunter, and he does that for a living. He inherits his father's knife, and it has this power of killing ghosts when you stab them. And he is a ghost hunter, but he travels with his mom. His mom is a white witch, so she makes potions, does tarot reading. She's a really interesting character. I really love her character. She's also like very protective of his son and does not want him doing these hunting, taking over his father's business because his father is kind of like that's what his father did and stuff. His father died by a ghost or supposed ghost that eats flesh. Now, Anna, or yeah, he he or he gets eaten by this ghost. So Cass does want to eventually avenge his father's death. Now, Anna, in this book we meet multiple characters. This book takes place in Canada, which is really cool. I just thought that was a really cool idea. I looked up some pictures, just kind of really cool. And it is a haunted house type of book. So we have this house, and Anna kind of haunts this house. Anna is a ghost that eats or tears up people who go in the house. Basically, she literally destroys them, kills them. And I love this because there's definitely death in the book. I've read another horror book. I think it's called Five Nights at Freddy's. I rated that one 83.5. And that one kind of like has all these characters that go into a haunted, kind of restaurant, and they obviously there's almost death, but there's no actual permanent death in that book. This one, there is death in there. We have one of the characters that we meet. He's like kind of a jock, kind of like a mean jock type character, and he literally gets his guts pulled out in the book. It's like you're like reading it, and like this is YA. Oh my god! And yeah, so I love that for that. And that's the fact that they did some killing in this book.
No, I can go to Wendy's.
You gotta eat all your pizza. Did you eat all your pizza?
A little bit. Yep.
You gotta eat all your pizza, not a little bit, all.
I did.
You did? Let me go look, okay?
Maybe.
No, you didn't. You only ate a little tiny bit. You gotta eat all your pizza. We're not going to Grandma's right now. So you eat all your pizza. It's lunchtime and you eat all your pizza. So what happens is
That's okay if we don't. That's okay if we don't.
okay, then you won't have lunch. You don't want lunch? Okay, that's fine. Anyway, so we will go down after I'm done with this.
Don't stairs and go to Wendy's.
After I am done, okay?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
anyway, so this is definitely a horror kind of. It does have gross things in there, and stuff. So we learn of Anna, and she is dead, and he's trying to kill her, but he can't. So she's a powerful ghost, and she ends up. Basically, he ends up siding with Thomas, who is a telepathic. He can read minds, and he's like a really cool character, I think. Kind of freaky, but kind of cool how he meets them. So it's all about these people, and they are trying to get Ian to die. Now comes the spoiler alert because I am going to say if you haven't read this book, click off now because I'm going to spoil some things. I'm going to talk about the ending and the twists and everything. So while they are trying to get Ian, um, while they're trying to get you know Ian like information about how he died, they actually do end up doing a science type thing, which I love. And they do the science, and they end up like the cast ends up finding the floorboard under the floor where her mom killed her. Because her mom kills her by the throat and then stuffs her dress into the floorboard. So he finds her dress and he puts it on her on this ghost who's like kind of raging, kind of like not kind of huddled in like disposition and stuff. And he puts the dress on her, and then she becomes free, so she can wander out of the house, and she's not stuck in the house. But she doesn't really like go outside of the house for any particular reason. Then there's a mysterious news on the set that said that somebody died, a runner died, and he's got like stuff like chunks out of his body are missing. So they think that Anne did it. They do question her throughout the book, and she says no and stuff like that. But Cass thinks she did it at first, and then Carmel, and who is what do you call it? Carmel is a high school person, and he also yeah, and Thomas also accuses her. So everybody accuses her. Those three main characters basically accuses her into killing this person. Although they still need to find the knife, and it turns out that this monster, who is like a voodoo type of monster, who ends up having the knife, and that's the guy who killed her, um, that's the guy who killed Cass's dad, and the spirit thing, and monster-ish, because it's a monster and it's not really like a spirit. But this monster eats spirits as well, but he can't like eat. He can only eat humans. Like he can only eat humans. But when somebody when Cass uses the knife, he can eat the souls of these humans. So basically, yeah, I don't know. This was it was poor. That part, once he gets her to free, I thought that was really, I don't know, I was disinterested in Anna's and Cass's relationship because I really liked their dynamic when they were when she was kind of conflicted, and she was it totally reminded me of Elfin Life, because we have this girl who's a murderous type of thing, kills all the people, but when she's around this one guy, she doesn't kill anybody, and she's acting different. So in this one, she does kind of have that. When she's around Cass, she's different, and she talks to him, and she's like a normal human being. But when she's around other people, she just gets mad and rageful, and big and angry and stuff. And I really liked that, and I wanted to know more about why she was angry. And she does have a tragic backstory with her mom killing her and stuff, but I didn't live up. Like she ends up when she's free, she ends up being nice to everybody. So she's I don't want to kill anybody. Like that's not your character. Why? So I don't know. I rated this one a 4 star because I did like the first half of it was a 5, and then the second half was a 3. So and if you combine it together, its average rating is 4. So I did rate this a 4 star. But and then also another reason I didn't like it was, or I didn't like some of the story is the guy, the the bad guy ends up being obviously Cass's dad's killer, and he is trying to kill him, and basically like he can't. He literally can't. He gets like cursed instead. He gets cursed to die at dawn. And I was like, oh my god. So now I was like, now we are 2 chapters away from finding out. I'm not going to answer that. He's calling. I'm not going to answer that right now. Anyway, so yeah, it's just not, it's not as good. Like, it's just not as good. Like, the it's just not as good. It's like he was in his house the whole time. He eats his cat. He does this. He does. It's just like, why doesn't he, like, the cat is supposed to find out the monsters. Bobby, stop. The cats are supposed to find, like, have the like, the cat is supposed to find out the spirits. But I guess the cat can't do that. And it's just, I don't know. It was kind of not really what I expected. I didn't expect this book to be like, I wanted it to be like horror, people die, maybe Cass dies, that kind of stuff. I wanted that to happen. But honestly, this book is pretty good. I highly recommend it for people who love ghost stories, who love Halloween stories, because it's definitely like that. But
It's not
not
yet.
really the best of the best stories, because people don't die, and some people don't die. There's some people that do die, and I do like the grotesque imagery, but I did not love the the story. Overall, it's not a 5 star. And this was highly, like, I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be a 5 star, and it was like, nope, because there's too much questions about the monster. Where did they go even? And I mean, they went to another dimension, but we don't know as to if he went to hell or if he went to some other place or something, or I don't know. I mean, we don't know. And also, what happened to her other spirits? Did she bring the other spirits with her? I mean, I don't know. So yeah, I am planning on reading the second book. I don't know when, but soon. So I did give this a 4 out of 5. I would highly recommend it um, if you want to try it. And yeah, it was a pretty good book, but it wasn't like an amazing 5 star read, because I am very picky with horror, because I do read a lot of horror, and I really love. I mean, I love the back. I love the quotes. It was just really good. So I highly recommend this. 4 out of 5. Would recommend for a night in a dark night if you want to read it at night. That's this is perfect. Which I did read during night. It didn't scare me, but it does have creepy imagery. So yeah. Anyway, so that is my book review of Anna Dressed in Blood. I hope you liked it, and I will speak to you another day. Bye.